Hey guys, Brian here. Welcome to Apocaflix Movies and Nerd Nation. Before we get started, we just wanted to tell you about the show. We're taking all the geek-related items of the week and nerding out about them with full discussions and speculations. If that's something you love doing, then this is the perfect show for you, and you should definitely hit that subscribe button to join in on our conversation. You can also find the show on all podcast platforms like Anchor, Apple, and Spotify if on-the-go listening works better for you. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show. What is going on, everyone? Brian here from Apocaflix Movies, and this is Nerd Nation. A show pretty much about everything nerd related and anything you could possibly think of in geek culture. Today I am joined with Jacob Bartley, who is holding a Spider-Man mug.
Yes, which I'm taking home.
No, you are not. And the inaugural episode for Geo.
What's going on, guys?
Finally on Nerd Nation. This is Nerd Nation issue number 11. We stuck to issue. And I know you were going to say something. Not volume.
I like that.
Not whatever issue. Because I get yelled at when I don't. Now, so today we have a range of topics. We are going to do it a little bit different today. See how things go. We each have brought a topic that we are going to talk about. I think I'm the only one that knows all the topics, so they don't know each other.
Showrunner.
Yeah,
someone has to keep track of it, right?
Pretty much. Even though I found out like all of them like 5 minutes ago. But yeah. So with that, we're gonna get started. We're gonna start with Jacob today. Jacob, what is your topic?
Nice. So I had a few things that I thought I could talk about, but I thought this one sounded the most interesting. So apparently, it's not a big deal, but I guess Kevin Feige had asked Mark Ruffalo just if he had any ideas for Hulk going forward in the MCU. Not necessarily a Hulk solo film, but just ideas for the character going forward. And in response to that, Mark Ruffalo just said that he thinks that a Hulk versus Wolverine movie would be cool. Now, I did see there were some headlines saying that Mark Ruffalo pitches Hulk versus Wolverine movie to Kevin Feige. That is actually incorrect. He
Misleading.
didn't pitch a movie to Kevin Feige. I think Mark Ruffalo just said that he thinks that would be cool, like a Wolverine versus Hulk movie.
Yeah.
And I just think, obviously, that's a fun topic to talk about. But we know they have a long history in the comics. Mm-hmm. We've seen them in animation before together. And these are two of the toughest, most, I would say, indestructible characters in comic book history. And
especially Marvel.
I've always wanted to see them two on screen together. Now, for me personally, I don't think you can make a whole movie Hulk versus Wolverine. Yeah. There's no way you can do that. There has to be some type of story element that goes into it.
It'd be like
right?
Ragnarok. Hulk and Thor have their battle.
Exactly.
It's a part of the story.
What I'm really turning this into is maybe a Hulk Wolverine team up film where in the film they fight for sure.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't even have to be a Hulk Wolverine team up film. Just it's going to be some movie. Maybe it's X-Men versus Avengers or something like that, where we're gonna see Hulk and Wolverine fight. So I think more likely is a scene or a moment, something like the first Avengers film where we see Hulk and Thor fight, or something like Thor Ragnarok where we see Hulk and Thor fight. Maybe the new rivalry is Wolverine versus Hulk. There's a few things that go into this. First of all, the way Hulk is right now, I don't see him getting into a scuffle with Wolverine. Maybe there's something that makes Hulk angry again and he goes back to his old ways, and then we get that. But also, I just think it would be so cool for action-wise just to see this on screen. And it might get a little gory, a little violent, that fight. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think, would you want to see this? And do you think a whole movie would make sense, or just a movie with a scene in it?
I'll go first. Go ahead. I think it's unfortunately a little too late. I think...
Well, they didn't have the chance to do it before, though.
But I think where they are right now, it's just not going to work because, he's messed up after Endgame. Like, he's from here, that his arm is in a sling. Like, I doubt he's going to be as powerful as he was.
I think he's going to get better, though.
I don't know. I think that's going to be part of the way they give She-Hulk the new Hulk
Maybe that's what they do. Maybe they do She-Hulk versus Wolverine instead, or She-Hulk versus X-23, something like that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Now, if Fox or if Disney had owned the X-Men outright, like I guarantee.
Oh, we would have seen it already.
This would have happened. Let's just say it does happen in some capacity. There's no way it's going to be a whole movie. I mean, every movie, comic book movie we've seen where it's versus, it's never the whole entire movie. It's just like,
and there's a larger story involved. I mean, what can you do with that?
Batman vs Superman was probably the one that had the most actual character names in the title fighting. Well, I would say, right?
Or Civil War. Civil War could be called Captain America versus Iron Man if you want to call that movie that.
To me, like, whenever I think of these, like, oh, they're gonna fight, it's like Ragnarok, where it's it's maybe a 5-minute, 10-minute at most battle, and then you've got a whole another hour and change of something else going on.
Well, it really depends on what kind of fight you do. Batman v Superman was more of a, I guess you could say, ideas, you know, fighting ideas, and then obviously the physical fight later on. It's funny, Kevin Feige all of a sudden wants to listen to Hulk actors and their ideas. You know, I'm pretty sure Edward Norton had an idea for Hulk. I just had to bring that up. It's totally irrelevant. It's 11 years ago. But I think, Jacob, this is more likely to happen than you might think. Have any of you seen the Wolverine versus Hulk animated
I have not.
film? Jake?
I haven't watched it. The most thing that I've read is Old Man Logan.
Right.
I mean, they fight in that, which is different. I don't think we're gonna get anything like that, but no, I do want to check that out now that they're talking about this.
In the story, Nick Fury's in there. She-Hulk is in there as well.
Hey, maybe that's where they go. Yeah,
She-Hulk to the
good call.
Disney Plus streaming Marvel universe that will be shared in the MCU. I think this could be something as easy as Fury and Dr. Banner going to investigate these mutants. Banner gets into it with Logan, and then there you go. You got your 15-minute fight.
Yeah.
And what do we know about Hulk? As far
Hulk
as
smash.
last time we seen him in Endgame, he was obviously very frustrated that, spoiler, Natasha Romanoff died. He threw like a bench across the lake.
That's the most action we saw in the whole movie.
Right. And after that, after the battle, he wasn't included in a montage, right? They didn't go to Dr. Banner doing something. They showed
him running.
Black Panther. They show him
Hulk?
Yeah, isn't he?
He comes out of the Ant-Man, brings him out and puts him down, and then he's running in the battle.
I was talking about
I was talking
at the
after.
very end.
Okay.
You know, when they show Black Panther overlooking Wakanda and the fireworks, they show Ant-Man with his family.
No, the only thing he did was at the very end, he was the one operating the time machine for Cap.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it.
That's like the last scene of the movie.
Because, the very last scene is Cap dancing with.
But that's all.
But that's the
scene,
last time you see him is him operating because Sam's like,
helping,
get him back,
helping finish the mission.
Yeah.
So maybe after that it's done, he just, who knows, goes into exile and just like, or does his own thing. Who knows? There's so many possibilities you can do with Dr. Banner, Hulk, but I think it's very much possible. The fact that they're introducing She-Hulk, we know Fury's alive and busy.
in space.
The X-Men is coming.
Yeah.
And so I think it's all there.
Yeah. No, I like that you brought that up because I think it's going to be a situation where before Hulk was the one that you had to tame and the one that needed to be brought down.
Right.
I think it's going to be a situation where Wolverine is the one where you have to tame him and bring down. And let's say they're around. Who's the only person who might be able to stop Wolverine? Hulk.
Yeah.
So maybe he
point
reluctantly has to go and try to fight Wolverine. So Wolverine's the beast in this
not a
scenario. So
many ways you could do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty cool.
That's not a bad.
And again, I
theory.
think I want to see some scenes of this, not a whole movie. It wouldn't make sense to do.
No, they don't. I mean, them tracking Wolverine.
It'll be a part of a story within a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, they haven't, like you said, it was just something they talked about.
Exactly.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
pitched the idea of maybe this would be cool. I mean, I don't think anyone's, if done right, I don't think anyone would be opposed.
It's a very good storyline.
Oh, I bet.
It really is. It's one of the more darker ones because, I mean, spoiler, he rips Wolverine in half. Throws one part of his body a mile away, the other mile. And obviously you can't really kill Wolverine. You know, you have to go to like very, very extreme, like T2 level of, killing. But I think it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised.
It wouldn't be, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, it's funny because I want to say if done right, but it's like,
well, I definitely want to check out that animated film now. I'm curious. I've seen it on Netflix before. It's probably on Disney Plus now.
That's true. Everything's probably on Disney Plus now. So, but so that's your topic. We're just gonna go to mine. Mine is that Godzilla vs. Kong, another verse movie. I didn't even think about the fact.
Well, we know that movie's already shot, and
the movie. I don't know, this might be news to you. The movie, originally supposed to come out in March, is now pushed to November.
Well, it is shot, though. They already shot it, though.
Oh, okay.
For sure. But they did... Yeah, but go ahead.
No. It's whatever. The movie got pushed back. That's a significant amount of time.
Yes.
I personally, I don't mind it, really, because I would rather them make this movie perfect in like the best it can be, because people were not happy about the last Godzilla movie. Even though I thought it was good, I enjoyed it. You don't want to mess up Godzilla versus Kong. Like, that's not something you want to mess up, because people, I mean, your MonsterVerse is done if you mess up those two.
I mean, it's almost done now. If they didn't already make this movie, I don't think it would be coming out, because the previous one didn't do well at the box office, and it was critically panned, really.
I think if people didn't already know, like if they didn't already announce this way before this last one came out, it probably wouldn't be happening.
And they already spent so much money on it, it makes sense to release it,
I mean, the whole movie, 80% of it's fake. So, I mean, it's not a cheap movie to make. And these two comic book, whatever you want to call it, Goliaths are not characters you want to mess up. What do you think?
For sure. I've yet to see King of Monsters.
You haven't seen it?
It's definitely on my list.
What?
I'm going to watch it. Yeah.
Oh my! I liked it.
Apparently, I didn't miss much because people don't like it.
All right, I enjoyed the hell out of it. Especially the action scenes with the monsters were amazing. Some of the best stuff I've seen action-wise all year. But the human characters and the story was just... I didn't care about it at all. I don't want to say it's terrible. I just didn't care about it at all.
They spent too much time with the
Similar
humans.
to the first one. I loved the fights in the first one.
Yeah.
And I didn't care anything about the humans. Same thing with Kong Skull Island.
Yeah.
The action was amazing. So they need to find a balance. Maybe they're working on that. Maybe they're finding a way to have a good balance.
I mean, that would be good. I would say this movie needs to be 60 to 70% Kong and Godzilla. It's 30%
It's tough because they don't talk, but that's what's the difficult part about these characters.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, maybe get Matt Reeves on it. He'll find a way to get these creatures to...
I have optimism for this, man. I think it's probably a good thing that they pushed it back. I don't think this movie's going to be canceled. There's no way. They're just going to throw away hundreds of millions of dollars if they cancel this movie. So we're going to see it, and I've been so excited for this movie. I was so excited for King of the Monsters. It disappointed a little bit, even though I enjoyed it. And I'm just hoping that... I don't need this movie to be amazing. I just need it to be solid and people to like it. And I do think, even though King of the Monsters didn't make that much money at the box office, I wouldn't be surprised if Kong versus Godzilla makes $1 billion at the box office, because it's
done
such... These two characters are huge, and we've seen them fight on screen before, obviously, in the older films, but this is, with the special effects they can do today, I cannot... And I love the design of the two monsters nowadays.
Oh, yeah.
I love how big they made Kong. So
Kong is freaking huge.
It's going to be epic. And I'm wondering if we're going to see that, fight and then team up thing in this movie. I'm curious.
I think, in my opinion, Oh, I don't want to say it because that'll spoil it for you.
Say it.
The thing... No.
There's things that in the movie, especially the post-credit scenes, that hint towards what they could possibly be facing.
Yes.
I agree. So that makes sense. I wasn't thinking about that. So that could be cool.
Yeah, without spoiling it to you. I think what happened, the end post-credit of this last movie is what will ultimately not be...
Man, I'm getting excited
thinking
about those action scenes, man. There's nothing... Like, it was cool seeing Godzilla and who he teams up with in King of the Monsters and stuff, but seeing him team up with Kong...
Oh, God. Those two would be, like you said, incredible. It is directed by Adam Wingard, who directed You're Next, The Guest, and Blair Witch. What?
So...
What? I was like, you had a smirk, and your hand went up, and I was like, oh, no.
Two things. The fact that it's a November release date, to me, is good news. November's...
That's where I was going next.
Has become a prime, release date, November and December. What is the competition going to be like next November and December, pretty much? Isn't Avatar... No, not Avatar 2. Is it Avatar?
No, Avatar's 2021.
Well, there's no Star Wars. So.
No Star Wars.
I think there's a Marvel film, isn't there?
Yes,
no?
The Eternals.
Right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Eternals.
But they're not going to come out... What is the release date of the Eternals? It can be
November 8th,
It can't be a week apart. It's not, right? You said November 20th is when...
Godzilla, I think so.
Versus Kong comes out?
15th and what? I don't know.
November 6th.
6th. Oh, there we go. Stormy's helping us today, by the way.
Wonder Woman is...
Doesn't matter.
Is that November?
I'm kidding.
Oh, you're going to hate this next time.
Okay. No, Eternals, I believe, is November 8th. So then... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Oh... Stormy just gave us an update that Dune is out in November. You don't think Dune's gonna?
That's another
big
big budget.
Eternals, Dune, King, what?
Dune?
Are you
not gonna do well box office wise? It's not. People know what it is, but it's not a hot property that people are gonna rush out to see. It's gonna do similar to Blade Runner 2049 numbers.
You're crazy.
I don't think I'm crazy at all.
Put it on the bet. This eventually, I was looking at scrolls. We're gonna have a very long scroll bet thing. You're crazy. So that alone right there. You've got, if you go Dune, Eternals, Godzilla. Those are three strong movies right there. I mean, I agree with you. It was originally March.
Right.
Not a hotbed for movies.
If they moved it to February of 2021, then that's like, ugh.
No, I think it's going to do well. And we've seen movies come out close to each other where they can both succeed. Aquaman came out. We were all talking about how it came out when all these other movies were coming out. And it ended up making $1 billion. Because it was so well received and a fun movie. And it went into the new year. And this movie could do the same thing. I think it's a pretty good release date for it.
I think Wonder Woman's December, I believe.
So I'm thinking Aquaman, Thor Ragnarok. These movies all came out in November. Big hits, did really well. I think this could do the same.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of good things next year. I think it's a good thing they moved this to November.
Regardless of the previous one, it's still going to be at the top of my most anticipated list. Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah,
oh my goodness,
it's going to be wild. I wouldn't be surprised if they give us like a trailer early in the beginning of the year, just to start getting the hype out.
Like around Super Bowl time, maybe.
Yeah, I could see that because I mean it's far enough away that people are like going to be like,
or
November.
A teaser on Star Wars night, and then the rest
you
of
mean
December,
next month?
Yeah, a teaser. The rest of December, January, Super Bowl's in February. You drop the first trailer then.
All I know is Black Friday. I'm looking for Godzilla King of the Monsters on Blu-ray because I don't have it yet.
True.
Because I really want to watch it. Talking about this makes me want to watch it because I've only seen it once, so I really want to rewatch it.
You need to watch it.
Yeah. Definitely.
So So that's our little Godzilla talk. We've gotten through you, mine, and now Mr. Ramos.
Okay.
To come bring us home.
Well, yesterday, I think it was yesterday or maybe the day before. Anyways, Variety decided to do their jobs and write a whole piece on everything DCEU, DC related. And we'll get to the Snyder Cut real quick later on. But I want to talk about Michael B. Jordan's Superman project and just Superman, the character in general. And
you make it sound like he's official.
No, it's not. Well, who knows? Maybe maybe change of heart. But Michael B. Jordan apparently met up with Warner Brothers earlier this year, and there was a mutual interest in doing a Superman project. And as you guys know, this has been a character that's, for whatever reason, is so difficult to get off the ground. Pun. I don't know why, because you had a Man of Steel movie that wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't a box office failure. And then, obviously, BVS is mainly the reason why. But Michael B. Jordan basically wants to do a Superman story that's very relevant to today's world, Man of Steel, but the problem is that he is hesitant because of WB's unclear vision on the character, which I think also speaks to their unclear vision to this universe, which is why I think it wouldn't be such a bad thing to bring us a Snyder Cut. But anyways, I don't know. I mean, I would be all for Michael B. Jordan as Superman. Let's talk about that first. Would you guys be open to Michael B. Jordan as a Superman?
1,000% yes. I would love it. Right. And the thing for me is, first of all, are you getting a great actor to play the character? Check. Yes, absolutely. Can he pull off the physicality of Superman and looking like a Superman-esque character with the broad chest and everything? Yes, check.
Killmonger, yeah.
And that's all I need there. That's all I need, and
that's all your Superman needs is a broad chest and good acting. Good acting.
Yes, I don't want a bad actor who's out of shape playing Superman.
The minimum requirements.
Yeah, absolutely. Not everyone's a good fit for Superman, but I do think Michael B. Jordan would be, and of course, it's unavoidable. People are going to bring up, but Superman's not black. It's going to be brought up, and to that I say, who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm not the first person to say this, but Superman is an alien. He's not a human being. Kryptonians don't have a race like on planet Earth, so it doesn't matter what the color of Superman's skin is.
Do you think they would keep him as Clark Kent?
Yeah.
Or give him a different...
he'll be Clark Kent.
What do you think?
And
Clark Kent?
They could go with it, but I could also see them... It could go either way.
Has there been other Supermen?
I mean, I don't think anyone's been exactly Superman in just...
there's other.
It's not like Green Lantern and Hal Jordan. And
exactly.
Stewart.
I know there's been other characters to take up the Superman mantle, but there's no other name that comes close. It's Clark Kent, and I do think he would be Clark Kent, and I don't care what anybody says. If he does get cast, I want to see him cross over with Robert Pattinson's Batman. I don't care what anyone says. That would be amazing. Them two together on screen.
Right.
You telling me a Justice League movie with them two in it, people wouldn't love? I don't know. That's down the road, though, if this does happen.
Brian, what do you think about Michael B. Jordan and Superman?
If Michael B. Jordan's doing it, I'm all for it. He's a draw to me in anything he does. He doesn't do anything bad. He's so good at what he does. I mean, him as Superman, I'm not going to be you're not going to be disappointed, so I'm fine with it.
Even in Fantastic Four, he was a standout. As Johnny Storm, which I thought was a perfect casting. But this also, I can't help but think about Henry Cavill's Superman, and he recently came out and said that he's still very much in his mind the character. The cape is still there. He still has the boots and everything. I keep going back to Dwayne Johnson's Black Adam, and that photo that they did together where they're sitting there talking ideas. If the Warner Brothers, if there was one actor who had so much power had so much power, the ball in his court, it's Dwayne Johnson. So I think with this movie,
he has a lot of pull.
If he his vision is to, sorry, I can't speak straight because I'm so enthusiastic about DC, and I hope that they do things right. But if his vision includes Henry Cavill's Superman, I don't think Warner Brothers will get in his way, because right now they need him more than he needs
100%. 100%.
But maybe that's why Michael B. Jordan didn't sign on as Superman, or the talks never went anywhere, because there's no clear vision, because Henry Cavill's still very much in play to continue as Superman. Do you guys think that's a possibility, or what?
I hope so. My first number one choice would be for Henry Cavill to play Superman for the next 15 years. To be honest, that I love Henry Cavill as Superman. Yeah. I love Man of Steel. It's one of my favorite comic book movies ever, and that would be my first choice. Unfortunately, I've lost hope. I know there's been some rumbling going on. He had a tweet that said, we'll see, or something like that. Who knows? We've seen things get very close and then fall back apart. I would love that, and I would pay money for that all day. But if it's not going to be Henry Cavill, Michael B. Jordan would be a great choice.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree too. It'll be interesting what they end up doing. I'm starting to get worried about that Black Adam movie. They're saying a lot of stuff for
about the
just everything.
Society
they need to
America.
Nail down Black Adam before they start adding all that. I'm hearing, the Justice Society, Michael Fassbender's going to be Dr. Fate, all this, and I'm like, whoa, like, slow it down. Like, right. I would love to see just a killer Black Adam, because he basically is a ruler.
And I can't wait to see him and Shazam on screen together. For sure. Their dynamic is going to be amazing.
Oh, it's going to be Zachary Levi and
can you imagine them together? It's going to be
It's going to be great. So,
and this last thing I want to bring up about Variety is they mentioned the Snyder Cut and it being a long shot.
Wait, so Gio gets two topics? What's going on here?
It's Variety. I have to bring this up.
This is our nail in the coffin on the Snyder Cut.
My goodness.
I have to bring this up because this is the last time I'm going to talk about it on camera, unless an official announcement is made.
I doubt that.
I promise you. You're hearing this now, but they're saying, Variety is saying that the Snyder Cut is a long shot. It's a pipe dream, and it's unlikely to happen. This, according to an inside source who isn't confident enough to say his or her name, but will put this out there, and I don't know if I believe it. Now, that's just me, okay? I could be in denial, this or whatnot. I totally admit that. But it kind of hurts me also because, and I kind of I took it out a little bit on with Jake on the Messenger, because I've been following the chat boards, the comments, this and that, and there are people.
You send us all the everything.
Yes, there are people who don't want to see this happen just because they don't want to see the DC film fans have a better film. They don't want to see DC, for whatever reason, get any more success. They love that, and it's not everyone, but every apple tree has bad apples? Is that the saying?
Sure, every tree has a few bad apples.
Every tree has a few bad apples. So I was expecting Jake to kind of take my side on this when I said, Marvel fanboys. I wasn't saying like Marvel in general, like fanboys. I'm saying the fanboys who take pleasure out of filmmakers not
who don't want just successful comic book movies. They just want successful
regardless
Marvel
if it's
movies.
Not their own cup of tea.
Fair enough. I think the fair term for that is Marvel troll fanboys, because there's trolls in every fandom.
DC has it,
Star Wars
has it, Trekkies have it, this and that. But as much as I would like to see this Snyder Cut happen, I think it will happen, but also a bigger part of me is starting to believe that it maybe won't happen. And so that would be unfortunate. Maybe somewhere down the road in 10 years, 20 years, we'll get to see a Snyder Cut. But
so there's two separate questions there. There's, do you want to see a Snyder Cut? And there's a, do you think a Snyder Cut's coming? Do I want to see a Snyder cut? Yeah, I'd be down to watch that. Why not?
I think everybody.
I would be down to watch that. If it came out, we would all watch it.
Comic book fan would.
Do I think it's going to happen? No. And the thing is, and I know it kind of, I just sound like a wet blanket, but the truth is, financially, it doesn't make sense. They're not going to waste the money to do it, and they're never going to make that money back.
That's what Variety.
The money they put into it, they're not going to get it back if they release it. So it would just, and trust me, I would love for them to do it, and this would be a great reason to do it. It would be just for the love of the project and to give it to the fans, which would be great. But that's not the business that studios are in, unfortunately. And maybe an unfinished version, which that might get a bad reaction. So do you really want that? And also part of me is, do you really want to cut open a wound again? Do you want to reopen this wound? We moved past it now. Shazam, awesome film. Aquaman, awesome film. Even though Joker's not in the DCEU, awesome film.
That
critically
DC's black
amazing.
Black films,
so
label films.
DC and Warner Bros. As a property together are on the rise, and I think this is just bad press. Even though all press is good press, I guess. Or is that what the saying is? Damn, we're just saying sayings today.
No, you said it right.
But anyways, it's time to let the past die, like Kylo Ren says.
Oh my god. My thing is, I would be really upset to see it, and it actually be good, and then that was like the end of it.
Gotten that, yeah.
Like, because that would suck. That would be kind of like.
I bet you it's better, to be honest.
I'm sure it is.
I bet you it's better.
Did you see the new photos that I sent you?
Yeah, I see everything you sent me.
What's his name? God damn. Volko? Yeah.
If we were gonna get some more of that flashback stuff of the battle that was going on there with the Amazons,
God,
that was the best scene in the movie.
That should have been a movie in itself.
Yeah.
That right there.
We had that Zeus was in that shot.
Yeah,
that looked incredible.
Green Lantern. I mean, it's kind of like salt in the wound. You don't want it. You want to have this movie, but it's like, is it going to really end up hurting seeing like how cool it could have been, and then it just kind of fell apart and went away? That's how I am with it. So like, I can live with it, I can live without it. It's just whatever to me at this point.
I guess it's because me personally, I'm like a very big Zack Snyder fan. I love his movies. We would
be arguing the same thing if it was probably something, some type of Avengers.
If it was Favreau and he got screwed out of Iron Man 4 and you get like a theatrical cut, or not that would ever happen.
No,
but
not Marvel.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. This is the last time I'm bringing it up, but I hope to see a Snyder cut in spring, summer. It probably won't happen, but I'm crossing.
Spring or summer? You're thinking it would happen that soon
with HBO? Yeah.
Oh,
most of the film is
years.
There is a cut that exists that needs touch-ups on VFX, but there is a finished cut. Unless Jason Momoa is lying, which I don't know why he would lie, but
to hype it. You know how he is. He kind of like, if he's behind you, like he likes you and stuff, he's gonna hype you up. I don't think it's done.
Well, no, in the sense that there's unfinished VFX shots, yeah.
I think it might be a little bit more than that.
Well, I mean, we don't know. I mean, it could be. It could be.
Well, we might never know.
True, which would be unfortunate.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's our 3 topics today, 3.5. But yeah, you got Wolverine versus Hulk. Godzilla got pushed back to November. How we felt about it, and everything DC, Mr. Geo. With
Superman and Snyder.
Superman, Snyder Cut. But yeah. So for Apocaflix Movies, thank you for joining us at Nerd Nation. Issue number 11. Check back every week for podcasts that we have. We have Padawan Podcast, more Nerd Nation, Apocaflix. Now, on the weekends, we do go live every once in a while. Definitely for now. So come and join us for that. But for Apocaflix Movies, I am Brian. This is Jacob. This is Gio. We'll see you guys next time.
Hey everyone, Jacob Bartley here. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out something similar from Apocaflix Movies, click this video up here. You want something a little bit different? Check out this video down here. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to Apocaflix Movies and let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We always love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.